Hey everybody! You'll notice I have a different background today, and it's not because I was trying to switch it up. It's actually, I'm going to be honest, there's a spider over at my desk, and if you know me, you know that this is a much bigger deal than it needs to be. And I tried to trap it under a cup, but it's like some Italian voodoo spider because it got out of the cup and I don't know how. So now I'm over here, and I hope it doesn't follow me. Anyways, I guess I'll talk about the conference now. So day 3. Yes, day 3. So time's flying by, probably because they're keeping us so busy, but like I said yesterday, it's all interesting stuff, so busy isn't a bad thing. Today started with a Mass. They flipped the schedule around a little bit by putting Mass in the morning and evening prayer in, well, the evening. Today's Mass was in French, so I had things under control, but the Mass was lovely. It's always interesting when we say the Lord's Prayer, actually, because at the opening morning prayer, they encouraged us all to say it in our own language. So when we say it, it's not uniform, but that actually kind of makes it really special. It's a neat experience, and it's a reminder that we're from all over the world and we speak different languages, but at the same time, we're all speaking the same language, if you know what I mean. After Mass, we got right down to business with another plenary session, this time on climate change. Super interesting. We heard talks from Sylvia Ribeiro, who gave us some sobering facts about wealth and climate change. And like yesterday, I'll post some tweets with some memorable quotes from all of the talks. Next, we heard from Cardinal Peter Turkson from the Pontificate Council for Justice and Peace, who connected the issue of climate change and the fight against it to the morals and values of the Church. And then finally, we heard from Father Edwin Garrigues from Caritas Philippines, who spoke about how climate change has affected the Philippines. The most prominent example, of course, is Typhoon Haiyan, which hit the Philippines in November 2013. After that, there was a statutory session where reports from the Legal Affairs Commission, the Sport Commission, the President, the Secretary General, and the Treasurer were presented. But like yesterday, actually, the youth skipped out on that meeting to have our own meeting about how we thought that youth should be integrated into Caritas Internationalis at the Confederate level. We came up with some good ideas together, and until things are set in stone, I will keep it on the down low. But I will definitely keep you posted as things develop in that department. But hopefully there's going to be some exciting opportunities for youth to get involved with the organization in the very near future. Then we broke for lunch and then regrouped for a plenary session where we went over the strategic framework and financial framework that the Caritas staff had prepared ahead of time. So the strategic framework is essentially Caritas's strategy plan for the next 4 years, what they want to see happen with the organization. There were some really interesting things here. They presented 5 orientations, or strategies, you can call them that, and they want to implement them over the next 4 years, and you can check my Twitter for more details about these, but I'll just quickly go over them here. So the 5 strategies are: 1, Caritas should be at the heart of the Church, which means, for example, using Catholic social teaching, especially the preferential option for the poor to carry out their work. 2, to save lives and rebuild communities, especially by fine-tuning their humanitarian aid response strategy. 3rd, to promote sustainable human development, especially by advocating for policies that make communities more resilient to the issues that they face. 4th, to build global solidarity, and this means improving communication both with the people who Caritas serves and amongst Caritas member organizations. And finally, 5th, to make the organization more effective. And here they talked about things like giving women and youth a bigger role in the organization. The financial framework, pretty obvious, is Caritas's plan for how they're going to raise and allocate funds over the next 4 years. After a quick break, we went right back into the auditorium, this time to carry out the vote for the new president and the new treasurer of Caritas Internationalis. There were 133 voting members, and the outcomes were that the new president is Cardinal Luis Tagle from the Philippines, and the new treasurer is Alexander Bodman. Cardinal Tagle is the first president of Caritas to come from Asia, so that's pretty exciting. I have to say, though, a highlight for me of the vote was actually when South Sudan cast their ballot. I didn't mention this yesterday because I actually missed this session for the youth meeting, but yesterday Caritas South Sudan was accepted officially into the Caritas Confederate with a unanimous vote, and I'll post a link to their story below so you can read about why this is a big deal. And so today they cast their very first vote as a Caritas member, and when they did, everyone clapped and cheered and got really excited, so that was really nice to see. And then after that, we closed the day with the evening prayer, and then we went to dinner. And then after dinner, a few of us went out for gelato to get some fresh air and to stretch our legs after that long day. So gelato definitely seems to be a common denominator for all of us. You know, we were from Canada, of course, and Mauritania, Jordan, Iraq, and Algeria, and we all love gelato. So that's something we can definitely all agree on. So that's it for today. Tomorrow's another full day, so I'll have lots to talk about tomorrow too, but for now I have to get to sleep because I am full of gelato, and hopefully that spider has made its way out the window or door or something. So anyways, a domani. Ciao.